Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is December 17th. I'm sure this video is coming out a lot later than that. I got backlogged on all the harvest videos and everything, so a little bit behind, but not a big deal. So today we are working on the combine. Had some time here, and it's like 50 degrees out here today, so I'm actually like sweating right now, but that's good. So we're going to finish blowing off the combine. I mean, we blew it off pretty decent the other day, but we still got a little bit yet that we need to do. And I took off a whole bunch of shields. You can see all those shields laying right there next to the barn, and there's some of the ones on the ground. So I took off a whole bunch of shields. I got a couple I'd like to take off yet. I need to take these little ones off here. But just getting everything taken apart, and then we can hit it all with the air before we get any water on it. Because it seems like once you hit anything with water, it just gets all nasty, and then it just sticks to everything. And then you just end up blowing it all back and forth on the combine, and you just cannot get it off. So I've taken all the shields off that I usually do, and a couple more that I usually don't. That seems to be a theme every year, is you like find another shield that you could take off. And anyways, I'm sure I forgot something. Actually, I know I did, but I probably won't take it off until later on. I usually take off those plastic show panels right there. It's got the little door open there. I take that off to wash in behind there, but there's really not a lot of dry trash that's back in there, so I'll take that off later. I may take off something underneath the chopper here, but it's not too bad. I need to raise the chopper up, so I'll just take this button here and we'll raise this whole chopper up, and then we can access into the back of the machine. But I've got this all opened up, took those shields off the sides, and so we can get really good access into there. I'm just basically looking around right now to make sure I didn't miss any shields that I want to take off to get anything clean, but we look pretty good for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this final time with the air, with the big Sol Air 185 air compressor, and we'll see how much more crap we can get off of there. Probably turn the machine on. I know we've got to start up there in the grain tank. There's a lot of soybeans left in the bottom, so we're gonna have to get those out. And I've got it parked on such a slant there, so everything will run out of that one side over there, and then turn the unload auger on and everything like that. So we'll get started. Okay, we got all our gear on. We'll get started here. Okay, well, I guess we're not gonna do anything today because I can't get the air compressor to start. It's been giving trouble for a long time, but the starter won't kick in, and so usually you can wait and do it a couple times and it'll kick in and start, but it won't do anything now. So I guess that was a waste of time getting all this stuff out today. I mean, I got a few shields pulled off, but I guess I'm just gonna put all this stuff back and take the starter back home, or just take the whole thing. I don't know, but just kind of a pain because it was such a nice day today. Gonna try to do this, but whatever. Okay, well, somehow I've gotten it started now, and I took my truck over there and filled it up with fuel, so hopefully it won't die. This thing will sometimes die, whether it gets overheated or it just decides to die, I don't know. But got the hood opened up, and hopefully it won't. Hopefully I can get this thing blowed off good enough I can start washing on it. I ended up just letting it sit there for like 15 minutes, and I just sat down because I was mad, and came back and it started right up. So that's good. Let's try to get this done. Well, I got started and noticed a problem that was going to cause me a problem and probably hurt me. This is about to break through. It started leaking, so it's already been fixed once, so we'll take it off and cut it and use it again. Okay, got that fixed. got it back to it was a little bit better. I know we have, I think there's another hose in the air compressor actually, but it's a little bit shorter. And then I think we actually have a brand new hose at home. Just been using this one as long as we can because these are not cheap. Okay, just finally got done with this thing. So it is like 6:35. I gotta go, and I just realized how nice this is gonna be. So we just got, Dad and Cody came down here and they got the 8430 unhooked from the bean planter and got that parked over there, and then put the air drill and the 7R back there in the back of the lean-to. So that's kind of out of the way. We pulled the big service truck over there. Skid loader's here, it can be moved, whatever. But and then we've got corn planter and one of the sprayers here. They took the other sprayer and put it down at another barn just right down the road. So that is going to make this really nice because I basically have all of this area here. I can back the combine up probably 10 foot without any trouble. And I've got plenty of room here in front. So this is gonna work really nice. Hopefully I can come back tomorrow because it's supposed to be still pretty warm, and just start on the washing and just get the worst of it off, because that's where most of your grain and trash is gonna come off, is just in the first half day of washing. So hopefully I can get a decent day and I can do that outside here. And then the rest of it can all be done where it's parked right here. The floor drain is right there. And since last year when I did this, we only had the lights on the side right there, up there on those LVL beams on both sides. But we since added these lights down the middle. So we've got these strands of lights straight through the middle. And that was the problem, is I could not see very good in here last year when I was trying to wash. And that's gonna be super nice. So we've got 1, 2, 3 torpedo heaters that we have down here, and you can get it up to a comfortable 60, 65 degrees on like a 30-degree day in here. So no complaints about that. That's gonna work great. So just happy to have it all blowed off. I did the best I could. It got dark on me there at the end, but I think I've mostly got everything. There could be a few small things, but it's definitely better than it was. So I can't find anything else. So I'm gonna get this air compressor shut down. After I got it started, I have not shut it off, and I didn't even shut it off after I pulled this in, because making sure I didn't need to do anything else, because I doubt that it's ever gonna start again with this starter. So we're gonna probably get the new one and put on there. I think they ordered one today. All right, we just got all suited up here. It's the next day, and Trevor's actually already got started. He got started up there a few minutes ago, and so I'm letting him start up there at the top. I'm gonna work around the bottom some, and we'll see what we can get done here before the daylight. The goal is to get everything major and that's gonna make a mess inside the building. We're gonna try to get that off today while it's decent outside and before it gets dark. All right, well, it's the next day, Thursday, and last night we washed on that combine for a while. We've washed for probably an hour or two in the dark, and we were soaked and ready to go home, so I didn't even video anything. But we're back here this morning. We've actually moving some cows. We got 20 steers that we had from a group, and we're gonna bring them back home because with moving some other cows around, we've got to have some more at home to keep the silos going. So we're gonna bring these home here this morning, and then I have to go to Hudson's, the John Deere dealer, for a training thing today, so we'll go to that, and that's probably going to take up most of the day. All right, we just got those unloaded. There they are, right there. Right there, I'll be eating out of this silo right here. So we'll have 20 on this lot until we have some time to get some more in here. Okay, it's Friday, and after our whole fiasco the other day with the starter on the Sol air compressor, we've got a new starter, and I believe it is the same. So I just got this other one off. Nothing to it really. I mean, pretty simple. But he sent me a picture of it the other day before he ordered it in, and I mean, looks like the exact same thing. I mean, all the pieces and everything looks like they're in the exact same places. The wiring, all the ports they're all in the same place. So we're going to try it. I'm just concerned making sure that the actual bolt holes line up onto where it goes. It goes in right here, so we'll have to make sure that all lines up. Okay, well, the bolts lined up, so we'll get them tight. So I guess it's gonna work. All right, we got it on there. Let's see if it starts. It's been sitting outside, so we'll do a little preheat. And here we go. Well, it's at least turning over. I'm not gonna try to start it in here. It's gonna smoke it up pretty bad, but so on these starters, you got the starter here, which is the big part. That's actually the motor that turns this gear here. And then you've got the solenoid here. So whenever this solenoid kicks in, it kicks this gear. I don't know if I can do it with one hand. It moves this gear forward and then actually allows it to engage on the flywheel. And then it actually is able to turn the engine over. Well, before this solenoid is bad, so it's not letting the gear come forward and actually engage with the flywheel on the engine. So this motor is just sitting here spinning this, and it's not actually turning the engine over. So now this one kicked in just fine, so it's probably good to go. I went ahead and pulled the air filters out. So this thing's got two air filters, one for the engine, and you can see that goes right into the turbo right there. Then the other one's actually for the compressor, where it pulls in clean air to send out the compressed air. So you can definitely tell we've been blowing off combines, because that is pure soybean dust right in there. Yeah, this thing gets pretty dusty, because that's kind of the purpose of this thing, is getting the dust and the dirt and the debris off of combines and tractors and chopper and all kinds of equipment, anything that we can think of that you could possibly need to get dry material off of. That's what we use this for, and it saves a lot of time. So the other day I probably spent 3 hours with this air compressor on my combine, and it made a huge difference. So I don't usually spend that much time with it, but I had some time that day, and I figured I kept finding dirt, and so I just kept blowing it off and kept going around and around, and it definitely paid off, because there was very little grain and very little dust that came off whenever we started washing the other night. Usually you've got big piles of grain that are just pouring out. The grain tank, clean grain elevator, augers, the auger that comes underneath there, the tailings auger. I mean, usually you've just got a ton of debris and stuff, but this year I spent a little bit more time with the air compressor, and I think it definitely paid off doing that. I actually probably could have washed the other day inside, because it really didn't make that much of a mess. Usually, since it makes such a mess, I don't wash inside on the first go around. But this year definitely could have, with the extra time I spent with the air compressor. And I'm glad I did, because it was warm on the day that I did it with the air compressor, but the other day whenever we were washing, it was getting pretty cold. So anyways, that's what we use this thing for. I mean, you can get other attachments for this. There's a lot of, they use these a lot in the construction industry, and you can put jackhammers and other kinds of air tools on them here and stuff. We just have our blowgun nozzle here that we've got rigged up, and it works pretty good for doing what we need to do. All right, it is Saturday and we are down here. We're gonna get started washing on the combine. We got the heaters going and it's already comfortable. We haven't even been here but probably a half an hour. Wow, I look rough. We just got done with what we're gonna do today. It's about 7:30, so we're gonna call it a night. We did actually really good today. I mean, look at the floor. We've got a lot of stuff off. And we've still, there was more than we thought. I mean, it usually is like this. It just, you think you're getting pretty close, and then you have a day like today and get all this stuff here on the floor. So we're doing really good. Let everything dry, and then we'll be able to see what we've missed a little bit better. We'll do kind of an inspection and kind of find the spots where we want to focus at, and we'll go from there. But for now, we're gonna get everything cleaned up, blow out all the hoses and the pressure washers, and make sure that they don't freeze, because it's like 30 degrees outside. And I have my little thermometer. We had it up to 70 in here at one point, but I'm still freezing cold because I ended up just taking off all my clothes, my pants and everything, and then I just put on the wetsuit because this wetsuit is not working very good, and it ends up just soaking through. So I just went and took my pants, everything off. That way I can change into some nice dry clothes now. Next time I'm gonna try to find some kind of like wader bibs that are completely sealed up. I'm gonna try to find some of those before next time. And then I'm also gonna bring an extra set of clothes. So we also gotta bring us a ladder so we can try to get into some of these spots, so we can kind of set it up underneath the side shields here, and we can kind of get up on top of some stuff. But we did pretty good today. We need to probably another 2 good days, and then we can have everything done. All right, it's Sunday. We are getting the feeding done here. Putting my last scoop of sorghum or Milo in here. It's gonna come out just about right. 5,400, that'll work. Already got those guys fed there in that first barn. So we have that already preloaded to feed that barn, and then we go ahead and load up, go up to the pasture right now.